Hey, you guys. So we're going to talk about everything everybody keeps texting me or messaging me on these different platforms about, which is the amazing. People want to talk about Annie Malone. Let me go. Hold on, you guys. Hold, please. Come on in. Come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. What's up? What's up? Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come into my homes, darling. So we got to talk about this Annie Malone situation, right? This CJ Walker situation. I'm going to give you my thoughts, and I'm also going to give you facts because thoughts are like, what are they at some point? It doesn't matter. What matters is facts. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm super curious. Let me get this title together. Hello, YouTube. Hi, guys. Hello. DMV in the building. What's up? Dallas in the building. Let me know where you are watching from. Let's talk about how many guys have seen the Netflix movie. Let's see. How many guys have seen the Netflix movie? Now this thing is not working. Hold on. Ooh, eye itching. Boom. Let's take that off. Let's close a couple things. How many guys have seen the Netflix movie? Self-Made. And it's inspired by Maryland, New York City in the building. What's up? What's up? So there's this Netflix movie, if you haven't seen it, and it's called, I'll pull it up for you guys. It is called Self-Made. Now, here's what I think is very important, because if you're anything like me and you're a beauty professional of any sorts, and you did your research on just your industry, and especially, I just always looked at like my African-American history, and I love looking at, as a businesswoman, I love looking at how people got started. So it's one thing for you to see anyone accomplish anything, but in order to really get the results that you see that they have, you really got to go back to what was the mindset, what was the habits, what were the strategies that worked. And so I love stories. I love watching where people started as well as watching their success. And I could go really hard on that because, yeah, I'm gonna leave that. It's gonna be another video. But anyway. Hey guys, Facebook, YouTube. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook and Instagram, my Short Hair Boot Camp Instagram. So Short Hair Boot Campers, what's happening, you guys? So much. So anyway, so there's this Self-Made movie, and it's if you go on Netflix, it's like Madam CJ Walker, and they're telling the story. But here's what I think is important that Self-Made, inspired by the life of Madam CJ Walker. This movie, I think, did a really good job stretching out imagination, because a lot of people, there are so many people who never even thought to consider what did it take for me to enjoy the things that I enjoy today. So when you look at it from that perspective, I love the movie, right? And also when you look at it from a perspective, I started with a negative bank account every single week. Once I got out the negative, I was back in the negative. I had eviction notices and every other notice you can possibly get. So I understand coming up. Okay, so I love a story where there are obstacles, because that's really how it is. And so I think it's really a good movie to watch so that you can really consider all that it takes to follow your dream and follow your vision, because it really does come to you. And a lot of times your reality is going to say you're crazy to be trying to build that dream in the midst of all that's happening. So I think it's very appropriate, you guys. Even right now, you got the coronavirus going crazy everywhere. And at the end of the day, your job is still to dream. Your job is still to imagine. And imagination is not visualization. Okay? Imagination, like stretching, imagination is taking, like, I can visualize what I already see on my vision board and just how I'm going to be. And like, just because I've already put the picture together. But when you look at imagination, exceedingly abundantly above all you can ask or think, like, I'm going to imagine something different. Imagine that we went to the moon. When you look at that thought process and we hadn't ever been to the moon, and JFK is like, yo, we're going to the moon, that stretches your imagination. And so what happens is you begin to, even though you can't right now, your brain starts searching for what you don't know. And you don't know what you don't know, but you begin to imagine bigger. And so even during this time of self-isolation or whatever it's called, so I don't even know the term, stay your tail at home time. Please stay home with your nasty hands. Stay home, people. But even during this time, like, yo, this is the time that you still are supposed to stretch what you're thinking is possible, even in the midst of what we see. And so what I love about the story is that on Netflix, they show you, there was a scene where she was looking for an attorney. And she's like, yo, I need an attorney. I got to figure this out. I got to structure my company properly. And she knew someone that, knew what she needed, but they wanted to keep their day job. And so as she goes to ask him, can he help her? A white man comes up to the guy and was like, you touched my bags wrong. You scratched my bag. And the guy was like, black guy was like, no, I didn't. I didn't scratch your bag, sir. And he was like, so you calling me a lie? And then it was like, they give you a glimpse of the racism, right? And so here they are in the midst of your skin color still ain't ish. Like you still are not good enough. We got to let you function in this society, but you're still not good enough. And you still answer to me, sucker. That was the energy, right? And say something too much and I will have your head right here, right now. That is the energy. So can you imagine building a business through something like that? So while we stress and fuss, you didn't have to go through what they went through. So I am forever in gratitude. And so I am super grateful for any time we can, as a Black community, share that in a major way to get people to imagining what would I be like right now, during times like that, where you could have my head because of my skin tone. And I didn't matter. My voice, my opinion, my truth, the truth didn't matter because of my skin tone. What am I actually stressing about? So from that perspective, you guys, I am here for it. Okay. For someone who is struggling in their business and they just need motivation and inspiration, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What I think is important is to pay attention to the title, because I went back and looked and I'm like, self-made, inspired by Madam C.J. Walker. So it's not a documentary. Okay. And so I think that that's really awesome, because for a minute I was like, hold up, player. Wait a minute. Right. I was like, y'all can't be disrespecting Andy Malone like that. What is going on? And so when I, look back and I really look and I see everybody, all my hairdresser friends are arguing about it. And I'm like, this really is an opportunity for us to argue. This is an opportunity for us to get facts. So if I'll follow me for any bit of time, I carry this around. I even have on my refrigerator, I have the only thing on my fridge, because I can't stand a junky fridge. But I have one thing on my fridge, and it is the postcard that has Andy Malone facts on it. And anytime I get discouraged, anytime I feel frustrated, anytime I feel like bump the beauty industry because they got a negative mentality and they got broke minds and I don't care anymore, because I do have those moments because we are just behind the 8 ball. Okay. And there's a lot of progression and there's a lot, but I'm just saying, like, you try to help sometimes and you just be like, you know what? I don't care because I don't have the problems you have. Like, that's the honest feeling. When I get there, because I'm human, I go, no, like I'm going to be able, and I am able, and every single person that I touch is creating a new normal, right? And so Andy Malone is always the person that has inspired me. Now, I started learning about Andy Malone years ago, and I don't know, just through Googling, I found this book, and I went ahead and bought the book. They show you all these things on the website. I don't even remember the website, but I bought the book, and I just look at it and I just sit in awe, because I just love my people. I love being Black in America. I love it, even through everything and all the things. I love my history. I'm honored by my history. I'm inspired by my history. I love sharing my history with any and everyone that will listen, because at the end of the day, like, it's just like, look what we've overcome. And I'm a representation of what, unity looks like, what, like intellect looks like, what sexy looks like, what all of the things wrapped up in this chocolate looks like. Okay, that's what I love. I love. So when you look at the Andy Malone movie, the Madam C.J. Walker movie, I think you should, because it's inspiring. And I think that during this time, with so many beauty professionals, your business has just been shut down like that. This is not the time to go into hiding. This is not the time for you to say, I thought this was my moment, I'm going to just quit. No, go watch Madam C.J. Walker and watch her business get burned down. And she just got more about it. Okay. She just got more about it. So all my quitters, I don't even know why you would go into business if your plan is like you have to be determined. And the beauty industry is one of those things that, a robot is not about to do no sister's hair. So I love this industry because it's gold. And even though times will ebb and flow, there's going to always be customers. So if you're having frustrations right now about, maybe you didn't plan properly. And so now you have to self-isolate because the state has mandated that you stay in the house. Y'all, please don't do hair at home right now. You bringing germs into your house. Do you love yourself? Or do you love your children? Do you have elderly parents? I don't know. Don't do that. But anyway, moral of the story is it's a wonderful time to be inspired and to get about your business. It's a wonderful time to look at what wasn't working. What part did I play and why it wasn't working? What didn't I know? What didn't I know? And what do I get to learn while I take this time away from my business? Because most people won't ever slow down to take the time that they need to learn what they need in order to implement it in their business. The average hairdresser was struggling for customers. The average hairdresser still says, I don't be on the internet. I don't fool with the internet. The average hairdresser says, I'm not tech savvy. And let's go. Makeup artists, estheticians, anybody in the beauty industry. You're selling eyelashes. You're doing microblading. You're doing eyebrows. It doesn't matter. Stop acting like when someone, can I just pause for a second? I can watch a movie about anything and find how I can apply it to my life. A lot of you guys are missing messages because you're looking like, well, that's not a hairdresser. They're not talking to me. That's not a makeup artist. They're not talking to me. That's not a life coach. They're not talking to me. That's not real. Business is business, you guys. And the way that I've been able to work in multiple different lanes of business, not just behind the chair, but as a facilitator, as an educator, from my singing to performing, speaking, whatever, you guys, because I understand business. And so I need you to understand business. Okay, so take this time to see and say, I am a CEO. I am a CEO of a company. I am not just a hairdresser. I am not just a makeup artist. I am not just an eyelash technician. I am not just a nail tech. I am not just an esthetician. I am not just a microblader. I am not just fill in the freaking blank, because you're not just that. And business is very simple. You need to solve a problem, okay? And once you have a solidified way to consistently solve a problem that someone has, desire or need that someone has, you put it in a system and you grow. That's it. It's really, really, really simple. And guess what? The way that you grow and the way that you would even need a system is if you have customers. And so I don't know about you, but the way you get customers is you put some stuff out there and you gotta hustle. Okay. It's marketing. You gotta be seen. So people have to see your business and see how you help them over and over and over. You must be repetitious. You should never get tired of talking about how you help people. And then you have to do it at scale. So this is why you need to be leveraging social media, because some of you guys have not. You have no email list. You have no text-based marketing list. You have nothing. And so you got to close your business down by midnight on Monday today in some cities. And now you're like, holy F. But guess what? I'm here to invite you to see things differently. If you're here for this, let me just hear you say, I literally choose in this moment. I choose to see things differently. Let me see that in the comments. I choose to see things differently. I choose to see things differently, because in this choice is where your imagination begins to stretch, is where your aha moments begin to happen. It's where the light bulbs go off. It's where you begin to grow as a CEO and learn business, so that when this whole thing is over, you can navigate the terrain, honey. Navigate the terrain. I see you guys on Instagram saying, I am a CEO. Yes, I am a CEO. That's why I wrote the book, The CEO Stylist, because you got to think bigger than your freaking chair. It is very inspiring. What's up, Keela? What's up, Lakeisha D. Harris? Bobby Nicole, what's happening? Braid First State says, I choose to see things differently. Yes. And so when you choose to see something different in any scenario, that's when your life begins to open up. So you can really do that in every, financially, physically. You just rephrase things, because if not, you're going to just be screwed. I don't know what else to tell you guys, but you're going to be screwed. Okay. Everything we have to choose all the time to see things differently. Now, Poro College, I'm going to give you some facts about Annie Malone. So self-made, Madam C.J. Walker, inspiring, but not factual. I don't like how Annie Malone looks like she's, a light skin hating on the dark skin. With that, but what I do acknowledge and definitely have felt myself as a brown skin girl versus light skin is, yeah, that is a real issue. I watched my mother be discriminated against because she was light skinned, and dark skinned people, thought she was better just when she walked in the room, right? And I have also had lighter skinned Black women think that, whatever, and treat me like a kind of way. And I've just been in those situations. And so that is a real issue. So I think it's great that the movie shed light on the fact that the lighter skinned women coming out of that slavery time and slavery mentality, they definitely got privileges that darker skinned or thicker women did not get. That's true. Plenty of history to prove it. We don't need to debate that, right? So that was true, but I didn't like how it made Annie Malone. But they said that Addie in the CJ Walker was not supposed to be Annie Malone. So again, it's a movie. It's definitely, I want to shed light on Annie Malone right now because she's inspiring. So is Madam CJ Walker. Anyone who was able to accomplish anything right out of slavery, you got my vote. Period. Even if your attitude bad. Now, which also the whole crabs in a barrel mentality, it did shine light on how African Americans, we do that. You don't want nobody to take your spot. Like that means you have a limited mentality that you think there's not enough spots. Like it's weird. It's just enough customers. There's enough. Anybody can have a class. If I got a class and you got a class, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. Like you can't take what's for me. And I'm not interested in taking what's for you. I'm just interested in letting everything out of my heart that is put on my heart. I need to unleash it. That's all we're interested in, people. So the history of Pearl College is but the tracing of the development of an idea of Mrs. Annie M. Turnbow Malone, founder, owner, and directing genius of the institution. So Pearl College was really the first beauty school, you guys. I see everybody saying I choose to see things differently. I hope so. So Annie Malone was born in a small farm in Illinois, okay? One of 11 children. She lost both of her parents before she became of school age, okay? She attended public school. She was sent to a married sister. So she was sent off to her sister and she got sick and couldn't complete school. So you talking about a school dropout. Annie Malone got sick and could not complete high school, okay? As a child, she was always fond of hairdressing, okay? So she would do her sisters and all of that. I related to this story because I started doing hair at 13. Like I started playing, I did nail designs, hair. I did everything you can do. And I did everybody that would let me, okay? So let's see. She got sick. She did not complete the high school course because of illness. When a small child, she got excited about hairdressing and her sisters. They let her play in the hair. On leaving or whatever the high school was, in hairdressing, she turned with the return of health to study. So she went back. She got sick, left high school, went back, studied health, chemistry for the scientific background. She realized was necessary to make proficient in the art of hair culture. As a result of the study, she came up with the wonderful hair grower. So in the movie, you saw hair grower and Annie Malone. That's what she came up with, the wonderful hair grower. After research, other products prepared. So basically she made a bunch of products. I'm trying to get to the part. In 1900, in the rear room of a small frame building in a little town of Lovejoy, Illinois, she began to manufacture the wonderful hair grower and other hair products. So she made a lot of different products, you guys. Look at the building. Look how little that building is. Do you know? So let me just give you guys some history. 1900 through 1902, she decided to create an enterprise. Okay, let me just go. Let's see. Let's get some actual numbers. So slavery was abolished in Texas, Juneteenth, 1865, right? So think about this, you guys. Are y'all following me? Wait a minute, let me make sure y'all awake. Are y'all awake? Are y'all here for this story or not? I'm just trying to give y'all a little history. Are y'all here for this story or not? Because I need y'all to get these facts. Hey, Jason, what's up, Angelo? Are you guys awake? Yes or no? Y'all too quiet. So I see all the choose to see things differently. It's crazy this is still going on just that. It is cuckoo, but you know what? We get to change it if every single person would just take responsibility. Good. Okay, y'all listen. Y'all better wake up, put some emojis or something. Okay, so here's the deal. In 1900, she opened up an institution. Think about it. Slavery was abolished 1865. Now, if you've done any history, I need to start a whole Black History channel in layman's terms. I think that the amount of youth today that don't understand, they can be so reckless because they are not. Parents are not even understanding. But anyway, slavery was abolished. Do you guys know that people were free from slavery, but they didn't even have any resources? They didn't have any skill sets. They didn't have the knowledge. They didn't have the courage, the faith, the hope. They didn't have half the stuff. You know, most people couldn't read and couldn't do this and couldn't do that. So they pretty much would get free and still work for the slave master. And the slave master would trick them into making it look like, you know, you're safer here. And so, or they would just be scared to leave. And so, you guys, all of this is happening. Her parents were slaves and they died. So 30 some years later, you're not away from the slavery mentality. Like, we're still not away from a lot of the slavery mentality. We've come a long ways, but they're still away. Even things that my father says. My father walked through doors that said coloreds only, right? And so there's still certain things that he did and taught us. One is able to go, whether it was CJ Walker or Annie Malone. Listen, this lady, no one was thinking of doing these things. She literally took something and made it into like what we know. It's the backbone of the beauty industry. These salon, like, oh my God, it just makes me so excited. 1900, she opened up an institution. Okay. She basically started developing hair products to help consumers. Okay. So she wanted to not only just build a hair product. Some of you guys think you're just a hairdresser, just a makeup artist, just an esthetician. She used her product as a vehicle to further the race and how they see themselves. See, a lot of people don't want to talk about that. Like, a lot of times we want to help our community and beauty professionals, no matter what your skin tone, no matter what, you're at the core of the community. People come to you for your advice. And so instead of twerking and Meg the Stallion in your life, okay, how about we think like this woman who said, I can take this hair grease and change the way an African-American woman sees herself. If she sees herself as I see her, as God sees her, then she can go out and be a better mother, a better employee, a better boss. She can go out and flourish. And if each household is flourishing with this woman who has been empowered at the core of each household, what would that do for the community? How would she teach her children when she feels better? How would she love her husband when she feels better? How would she, you don't know if y'all see what I'm saying. Y'all ain't trying to see what I'm saying. So it's a coincidence that Miss Malone furthered the race progress, right? So she basically developed the products and she established her first business and the customers loved it. So basically she got popular because she was helping people. So many people ask me how to grow their following. And I'm like, how do you help people? You forget that you need to be helping people. So many people are always asking me, how are you getting all these YouTube subscribers? How are you doing all this, 4,000, followers on Facebook, 30-some thousand here, 8,000 here, 4,000 on other platform. All of these people on different platforms, pick your poison, whatever. But, and it may not seem like a lot to some people, but you guys, do you know what you can do with the mere simple concept of genuinely helping people? Like, think about it. Some of y'all scared to sell. I don't ever get scared to sell y'all nothing. I'm going to sell you everything I got. Why? Because it helps you. Also, because I help you for free. So if I help you for free really, really well, you're definitely going to get even 10 times more behind a paid product. So I feels no ways about helping you through offering you my products and services. If you want to go further, here's the way. Some of you guys have this whole money scarcity mentality and you run into business. So yes, watch The Self-Made, because you got to understand that you need to be prepared to run a business and be prepared to come up against obstacles and be prepared to stay in it until it works, until it takes. Because with your businesses being closed down, a lot of beauty salons, Dallas just got to shut down. I was telling all my beauty friends, for the last 2 weeks, I've been telling everybody, yo, they're going to shut you down. Yo, they're going to shut you down. Oh, I ain't worried about that. Oh, God got me. I'm covered in the blood. Ding dong. You're ding dongy right now. They're going to shut you down, fool, because people are sick. And because you don't see it, it's not real for you. But the scary part for me, if I were in the salon at this very moment, I would have shut down immediately, because this is nothing that you can detect. So why would I have all these people coming in and out talking about I hand sanitize? You're still with the person. You're still close to the person. Then you went home to your children. I'm sorry. I don't care what bill. I don't care what money. See, that shows you what you have faith in. Who's your God? Is the money your God? And that's where people get it mixed up, because you need the $5 so bad, you're willing to get coronavirus for it. And virus ain't fake. It's real. I got family members who are sick. I got friends who've already lost people. They cremate them bodies and you don't even get to go to the funeral. Sorry. And then the whole thing is like, why am I feeling sorry for saying that? Because at first, I was like, let me not be the Debbie Downer. No, get your tail in the house, beauty professionals. And also, this is a perfect opportunity to wake the hell up and understand that you're running a janky business and it's time to run one that runs greatly. So you could actually go home and be okay, because the average professional just can't. You scared, you mad, overhead too high, no inventory management, no customers to begin with. So you need every single one because you're not focusing and looking at who do I actually target. Your skill sets is average. You haven't set out to be the most best. This is the greatest time to get better. So if you are at home right now, please believe in this United States, they're going to shut all the beauty, whatever you do, they're going to shut it down. They need to, they have to. You guys, there's a real situation happening. But in the meantime, feel what you feel, darlings. The moral of the story is this. While you're at home, are you committed to get better? Are you committed to get better? Like, are you like, oh, let me just assess my business. Let me just assess my business and be like, I actually kind of sucked at these things. How can I get better? Well, how can I look at my entire business on paper? How can I become CEO? CEO. Yes, ma'am. Sometimes our 9 to 5 makes us feel it's like Miss L.M. Walker. CC Jones. Keep the facts coming. Right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So anyway, Annie Malone, 1900, started her first institution, started developing products, you guys, but got her business affairs in order. Listen, so let's see. She sensed a greater demand for her products in a wider field. So here's a concept. I said I was going to just do some concepts. Here's a concept, you guys. So Annie Malone starts with these products and she sees that people like the products. And so she began to predict where it was going. So right now, let me just tell y'all, when the quarantine or whatever you want to call this stuff is over, things are going to be shifted forever. Look at D Nice. D Nice had 100,000 people at a party, okay, online. I did my first online concert like 2014 or something like that. And it's funny because everybody's like, oh my God, online concert. It's a thing and it's been a thing. There's a company for all my musicians. There's a website called Stage It, and you can go on there and just play, and then people can give tips. You can have a minimum tip, so that means you have ticket prices to your show. It's so many things, so many ways to play. But anyway, what's new? This stuff has been around. Things are shifting. People are going to be doing more hair at home because they're not going to even have the money to get back into the salon because they wasn't doing their business right. So you don't even have the money, and you don't have the hustle to get the money to get back in the salon, right? You don't have the mindset, which is why I'm always preaching these things. You got to have the right mindset in business, period, because you're going to go through something that you didn't predict was going to happen. So the reason why I'm saying that is because, see, Annie Malone in 1902, okay, she said, these people like these products. I'm predicting based on my testing. Business is testing based on the fact that I've made some products. I've gotten reviews. I've tweaked and tweaked. I've tested and tested. If you're in my 10K club, my 10K Beauty Society, what do we call this? In level 1, it's called validation. Validation of the business idea. Validation means you have active people. You're making sales. You're making sales on your product. You're making sales on your services, and you're validating that there is a true need for it. And once you validate it, then you can begin to put infrastructure around the service or the product that you offer. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Sheila said, we're going to learn today. Does that make sense? Yes or no? I don't know if it's a delay. I don't know what's happening here, but I'm just going to keep going. So look, So she predicted that things was popping and it was going to get better. And she saw that there was more opportunity. Okay. So she said, okay, they want this product, then this product. What complements this product is ... Some of you guys are sitting at home and you're wondering, how can I reach out to the customers that have spent money with me? How about this? How about this? So Annie Malone looked at her main product. This is her main product. Let me change my marker. Let's see. So this is her main product. Okay. And then from there, she said, what products actually support, what products or services support my main product that I'm offering? You guys can do this right now from the power of your phone. Okay. You literally reach out to, you look at, okay, here's what this person got a relaxer. Okay. So what product can I offer them? What service, whether it's free or paid, it doesn't have to be. Some of you guys just need to keep your customers interested while we wait this quarantine out. So what tutorial goes with that relaxer? Okay. What tutorial goes with that relaxer? What product goes with that relaxer client? What all you got to do is go, what retail? Let's see, retail tutorial. Oh, you probably can't even read this because that's kind of like thick. Yeah, you probably can't read that. Anyway, you get my point. Does it make sense, you guys? Relaxer, tutorials, retails. You can give them how-tos. And really, just giving them updates about wherever you are and what you're doing and with the appointments and stuff like that. So a client who's gotten this one thing, there are 4 things you can be in communication with them about every week. Does that make sense? This is going, how can I be innovative with what I have? Some of you guys are so focused on what you lost, on my business had to shut down. I don't know why they overreacting. Oh, I'm gonna do hair in the kitchen anyway. All of this ignorance. How about ignorance, meaning you don't understand what's actually happening, because you wouldn't be mad if you actually understand the depths of this thing. But here's the thing. How about predicting? It says, Annie Malone sensed a greater demand for her preparations in a wider field and realizing that thousands would visit. Basically, she predicted after testing that this thing is popping off. So she moved her business in 1902 to another location. And she began by diligently going house to house, advertising and enlisting customers. Woo! Now, we can't go house to house right now, but you can go social media account to social media account. You can go and still join groups or create groups where your customers will want to be there just because you're giving out great information. Does that make sense? Yes or no? If you're new, I love for you to respond and talk. So drop it in the comments. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Do you see how you can take this information, be inspired, but not just inspired? You know how Black people be at church all the time talking about, oh, the church was good. And then you go home and do the same thing. You go home and whine about the same thing. But I thought you serve an abundant God. I thought you said you have faith and you stay. I saw someone today on my timeline saying, why they telling us poor people? I was like, wow, they see themselves as poor. Oh, wow. But you love talking about I'm covered in the blood. You make no sense. It's time out for the ignorance. And I believe that this is the perfect time right now in the universe. Things are happening, shifting like this. And it's requiring you to either be faith or fear. It's requiring you to either be bold or weak. It's requiring you to either be innovative or get left in the dust. And it scares you. But I want to invite you to see things differently. You know what? Use that scariness and use it as fuel to get in front of what you think is coming. Does that make sense, you guys? Right, CC Jones. Shonda says, yes, that makes sense. Right. So here's the thing. Blowout King in real life. Right. So here's the thing. She saw opportunity. And instead of building, some of you guys were sitting in the salon. I don't know why you mad it's closed. You were sitting at your salon waiting on somebody to walk in there. Okay. Annie Malone knew better than that in the 1900s. You see how outdated your thinking is? You know what I'm saying? I never got out of beauty school and said, I'm gonna wait for somebody to come see me. Psych. When I was in beauty school, I was going to pass out flyers on my lunch break. They would be like, Keisha, I'm going to use your printer at school and I'm going to go across the street to the grocery store. I need to do as many people as possible while I'm in this training camp so that when I get outside, I can roll like a G. You understand what I'm saying? I've never and will ever never wait for you to do something for me. I'm going to go and get it. Either you really like that or you trying to see what folks doing. You know what I'm saying? I just like to be out here getting it. I'm riding around and I'm getting it. Period. That's the mentality. So it's really a wake-up call. Are you this courageous? It's really, you have to have the courage, because knocking door to door, you're going to feel like you are, bothering people. But guess what? When this Corona stuff is over, there's going to be such a mess economically, but there's going to be such an opportunity. And I'm so excited about it. Like, oh, and there's going to be a lot of people that lost, including my loved ones. Hell, nobody's exempt. I'm not exempt. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do everything I can to be exempt. But at the end of the day, I'm also not scared. What I'm going to do being scared ain't going to help me. All I'm going to do is look for opportunity, and I'm going to be smart and safe. And I'm going to ride this thing out. So whatever you think you're going through, I'm sorry, did you come out of slavery? Long as you ain't got them problems, I don't even know what you're talking about. You talking about your light bill? Well, first of all, let's be clear. Lights get cut off like 2 bills later. You know what I'm saying? So if your light about to get cut off right now, that means you was late anyway. You practice lateness. Some of y'all was practicing lateness. So it's really another issue we should actually come around the table and just talk about. Shall we now? Shall we now? This is an opportunity to see things differently. You know what? I'm going to start paying stuff up. You know what? I'm going to start having a savings. That's going to be the new game. You see, I'll never be, some of y'all follow some people and they stay posting their Louis and all that kind of stuff. That's great. I got luxurious things. I don't post. I don't need to post them. Like, who cares, right? And everything also isn't about being luxury. But here's the thing. Because if you like it, I love it. Wait, whatever. But you missed the part on, wait, what did this person do to get there? Because let me not just go and buy what they got, because I didn't do what they did to sustain where I think they are. You see what I'm saying? Are you this willing, like Annie Malone, to buy a new building and go door to door? When your business is back up and running, if you're not shut down yet, trust me, you about to get shut down. I'm gonna just put that out there. And then some people was like, don't be speaking that. You guys, what are you talking about? This is when I say, no. This is not the time for do law of attraction stuff, fool. It's the pandemic going on. You need to get out of it. You shouldn't even want to be going. I wouldn't even want to be touching nobody. Okay. Period. I already don't want to touch people anyway. So anyway, look, this lady went door to door, house to house, showing her products. The demand grew rapidly. And in 1904, she launched her first extensive advertising program. So basically, she hit that Mary Kay on them boys. Okay. She basically went on a tour through the South, doing hair shows. Okay, let's be clear. What was she demonstrating her preparations and methods? And she had advertisements of her preparations printed in the Negro papers. This gave such impetus to the business that fraudulent imitations under the same and similar names begin to appear. We ain't gonna throw no shade, but who had a similar name of a product that Annie Malone had? Anyway. In 1906, in order to protect the public against these frauds, she adopted and copyrighted the trade name. Got her paperwork right. Okay. At this time, Miss Malone began to visualize a large, modernly equipped Poro College, which would serve not only the business, but in many ways, her race. So now that she has a product that has been validated, now that the product is growing, she said, you know what? I want to serve my community and my business operations. We need more space. Now, when you say this lady went from a little box place to huge, she bought a block. She bought a block, you guys. This book is one of my favorite books. And you listen, people thought she was crazy. When she realized that she wanted to do this, let me go find the part. Overcautious friends feared the bigness of the venture and advised against it. See, some of y'all listen to your broke friends who still consider themselves poor. You listen to, it's interesting. You don't even know what you consider yourself until you really start listening to what other people say. I'm like, oh my God, why are they? I felt like that when I saw that person. I said, they think they're poor? Listen, get your life. Listen, you cannot be judging your business actions based on people who don't have, the vision wasn't given to them. They don't have your imagination. They're literally not in the same vibration as you, but you're wondering what they think. Who cares what they think? Annie Malone in 1910. Now remember, slavery was only just abolished a few years ago. 1865 is not that far. from 1910. Somebody do the math, right? So here's the thing. She went and bought a block. It's super spacious. She bought a headquarters. Listen, you guys, it was magnificent. Look at these pictures. She said, I'm not only going to do everybody's hair and I'm going to train up some women so they can, I'm going to duplicate myself so that I'm not the only one out here slaving, right? Because that's another thing you have to learn in business is leveraging other people, hiring, right? Finding opportunities so that you can expand faster. So she realized I can't do this by myself. Even Jesus had disciples. He knew I can't do this by myself. I'm going to need some people. I also need to teach these people my ways because I won't be here forever. See, that's an abundant mentality. A limited mentality says, I can't afford help. I can't do this. I don't want to ask nobody for nothing. I don't want to. That's lack mentality. Here we are. What do you choose? Lack or abundance? The opportunity is here. Annie Malone chose abundance. So she got these lobbies with paintings and oversized chairs and mahogany writing desks. Honey, if you know, I'm a Southern girl, so my aunts and my mom them used to go drive to antique stores and buy these types of things. And so I know what that is. That's called quality, darling. Quality of living, honey. Oversized chairs, mahogany desks. We had literally the nicest of the nicest in this school. Can you imagine your beauty school where you can sleep there and it's all nice equipment there? Everything is state of the art and your lobby feels like you're sitting in some posh hotel. And then you can go into the auditorium and they bring in entertainers and they have town meetings and your beauty school is more than just a beauty school. Look at what was available. This is so abundant. It wasn't just like, look at this. This school is amazing. This is inspiring. Velvet curtains, honey. Look at this. It's just insane. So these are the women, the appointments, general office, personnel. Let's see what they're doing here. Some have received their training in present positions. Earnest efforts made to render. Look at that. So basically, this is her operations department. Isn't that cool, you guys? Isn't this an amazing story? Look what's possible. I want us to look at this today. And I want us to say, it doesn't matter what I see in my life right now, because I can be anything. The only thing that's stopping us from making monumental waves like this is us. And everything that we're saying on a daily basis. Everything that we're doing on a daily basis. Oh, I love this. Baby, look at the invoice room, baby. She had to invoice these people. Look at all these file cabinets for invoices. Collect them checks, honey. You're educating people. The workers have a standard. This inspires me so much. I don't want my race to just be talking about some Meg Thee Stallion and TikTok videos. It's ridiculous. When you travel to other countries, it's very interesting how people view us in America, especially Black America. Let me tell you guys something. You are not born to just twerk your behind. I'm so here for having some fun and all of that, but I'm going to need you to know how to speak. The average business professional, especially in the beauty industry, you freak out when it's time to actually present your products, but you're excited about posting a TikTok video or popping and doing something ignorant. I don't understand. We got to change how we're thinking. And you got to know that there is an agenda in the media that makes it this way. Don't get me started on that. Okay? No, whatever happened to us having class and tact and us being people of character? Whatever happened to that, you guys? That needs to be sexy, because that is sexy. And also, most people in the beauty industry right now are freaking out with their business being shut down. But if we had been operating like CEOs and making reading and learning and education something that we all do to further us as a race together better, man, we would be in a different position. So it's an amazing, beautifully chaotic wake-up call. Now, I've been preaching the same thing. You can Google and check my receipts, baby. Going back on the YouTube channel. Been talking about the same thing. And guess what? A lot of people don't like it because it feel like I'm just like, oh, she thinks she this and that. I don't think anything. What I'm telling you is what I know for sure. I've made so many mistakes. And I'm like, I guarantee I'm going to spend my life making sure that I'm sharing the lessons that I've learned. Like, this is what we should not be doing, like, as a majority. What's your majority? If your majority is consuming, now I ain't gonna lie, it's been real funny on Facebook and Instagram and all these different platforms, all these memes. I'm like, dang, it's getting funnier by the day. But what's real is, what is your main mental diet? Because you have an opportunity to sit at home and reinvent yourself, reinvent your business, reinvent. You have the opportunity, right? But if your majority is, I can't believe I'm shut down. Oh, I can't believe I didn't make no money this week. I can't believe I don't have no customers. I can't believe, my job won't let me do this. And I can't believe, whatever. Like, what is your conversation that you're saying to yourself? I dare you to watch Madam C.J. Walker movie, get inspired, and look at, what can I do better in my business? And if I have the next 30 days off, what does that look like for me? What kind of boot camp can I put myself in so that when I come out of here, I'm different. I'm completely different. I'm bold, I'm courageous, and I'm ready. I have a plan. I've gotten my YouTube channel together. I got my social media, my Instagram, my Facebook. I got my email newsletter. I got my website up. I am ready to rock. How many of you guys know that it's going to be more important than ever when this quarantine is over for you to be online and to actually have an online presence like never before? We already knew that it was important, but baby, it's got to be different. You see how many churches just boom, closed down? A lot of those churches are not going to be able to open back up. You know why? Because they don't have the money. But they got the internet. Things are just going to be, there's going to be a lot of new norms. A lot of salons and stuff like that had to close down. They had to all the way close down. And so all of your blood, sweat, and tears, oh my God, it just feels heavy and weighing. But then there's just also a new opportunity. I bet you some regulations going to have to change. And I bet you things are going to be just different. And so what can you predict what that looks like for you? And can you already start planning for different? Can you already start preparing? She was the beast back then, period. This lady was the first to do it on record. There's so many amazing people that were, even if you look at the girl, what was her name? Sarah Rector. They talk about the first Black wealthy, let me see, I think her name was Sarah, is it Rector? Yep, Sarah Rector. So Sarah Rector was an African-American member of the Muscogee Nation, known for the richest colored girl in the world, or the millionaire girl, a member of the race. So basically, this girl was young, born in 1902, died in 1967. But basically, they hit some oil and boom, just super, super, super wealthy. Super, super, super wealthy. But are these, when I think about these things, I'm just like, look at the opportunity. You don't even know how your blessings are beating down your door. You don't even know which ways they're going to come from. So you got to watch what you focus on, and you got to be able to see past your circumstance. She saw these products before they were ever made. And so she made moves to get these products done. She saw these products before they were ever made. And so she said, how can I make this happen? And then not only did she make it happen and validate it and get as many people help as possible as she can, she began to employ others. Instead of having a limited mentality, she was like, I'm going to employ y'all, and I'm going to be shipping products all over the United States. Shipping hair products all over the United States. Some of you guys want to have, weave companies, right? And you're scared about it. Look what she's doing. It's the same thing. You shipping products. The product is weave. The product is hair grease. The product is what? Name it. A journal. Maybe you're selling ink pens. I don't know. I love it, you guys. This makes me so happy. So the moral of the story is this. Get the facts. The Self-Made C.J. Walker movie on Netflix was not factual, but it certainly gave you insight on what it's like to build something like what C.J. Walker did and what Annie Malone did. Okay? That's super, super factual. They both did something amazing. I don't think it's healthy to pit women against each other. That doesn't serve us as women, and it doesn't serve us as African Americans. To take two women who made monumental moves back then, it doesn't serve us to argue about who's better, because both of them did amazing things. So what I said this week when I was talking to you guys on Saturday, I said, let's go live every day and talk about Annie Malone. Let's talk about her and just share that, you know what, her and CJ get to exist together. And let's remember that that movie is not a documentary. It is a movie, and it stretches your imagination. So what would a movie be without a little light skin, dark skin, white versus black action? Clearly, I think a movie without that would be great. But I'm just saying, that was a movie. And guess what? They did their job, because I've seen so many people arguing about it. And all I'm saying is look at this book, screenshot it, because this is what we're going to be looking at every single day. We're going to be talking about it every single day for the beauty industry, because right now, people are feeling the kind of way like, oh my God, I got to shut down. And this is really, it sucks. At the end of the day, guess what? What sucks is losing your life to a virus because you were serving some people in your salon. That's what actually sucks. Anything else is figure outable. Okay. Anything else, you can figure it out. And guess what? It's an opportunity to prepare for what you could have did better. And it sucks if there's a bill or something like that that's late. But guess what? I don't know, y'all. I mean, who hasn't had an eviction notice before? If you haven't, well, good for you. Who hasn't been late on a phone bill, car note before? Who hasn't? I mean, I've helped people get out of foreclosure. I've had the eviction notices. You're going to make it. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. You are going to be okay. This is an opportunity to manage properly, because if we're home for 3 months, you know what I'm saying, and you don't know how to manage food and manage resources and manage money, these are the things you need to be focused on. Sustaining through a time where you could literally be stuck in the house for 3 months. I'm just saying. Yeah, I know y'all like, oh, they said on April 3rd, y'all, they're going to get to their date. They did that, I think, so that people can just not argue and be like, oh, yeah, I'll be back. I don't know. I would hope that, something's different. But given the context clues, I'm just saying we got to think a little more common sense. That Madam C.J. Walker was good. I thought of you, how you talk about Annie Malone. I was trying to find the book. Is there a specific website? I don't know. Let me just type in the name of the book. Madam C.J. Walker's Role Model is what it says. Madam C.J. Walker's Role Model. It's on Amazon. Now they're selling it for $199. I don't know. That's not what I paid for it. Let me see. That's interesting. That's not what I paid for it. Let me see. Although it's history, I mean, I'm not saying that that's definitely not the. Let me see. 4 formats. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. 199, 189. Very interesting. So I don't know why. Before Madam C.J. Walker, Rosa Parks, Mary McLeod, Oprah, Kathy Hughes, there was Annie Turnbow Malone, a remarkable woman who made her mark during the 20th century. So they said that it's America's first Black female millionaire, based on the reports of $14 million in assets in 1920. $14 million in assets. Ha! That's crazy. From her beauty and cosmetic enterprises. Headquarters. So she would be Kylie. That's Kylie Jenner status, guys. That's Kylie Jenner status. That is, what's the other lady that hit it before Kylie? What's her name? I forgot her name. What's the lady that hit the billionaire status before Kylie Jenner? Can't remember her name. Black makeup artist. Annie Malone was one of the first people in Missouri to own a Rolls Royce. Against all odds, by the early 1900s, Annie had hired and trained Poro agents who went door to door marketing her hair care and beauty supplies. The name Poro came from the West African term for a devotional society, reflecting her concern for the welfare and the roots of the women she served. According to 2007 Harvard Business case study, one of those Poro selling agents was Sarah Breedlove, known as Madam C.J. Walker, who had moved from rural Louisiana to St. Louis about 15 years earlier. There's no doubt that Malone had influenced Walker's life on a number of levels. Learn about an almost forgotten segment of history from this image-rich, museum-quality reproduction, a rare 1926 booklet from Poro College, original company owned by the Freeman Institute. That's who I got it from. Let me go find their website. Hold on, I'm going to get it for you guys. Let me just look. But anyway, moral of the story. Now they're not even letting me. Let me see. The Freeman Institute. That's where I remember that name. There we go. Let's see if they, I think they just changed it. I guess they like, we're going to just give y'all a $800 book. Anyway, moral of the story is Annie Malone is the bomb. So was Madam C.J. Walker. Everybody gets to exist. We should just be focused on the fact that during tough times, they overcame, because this in now and today, as of March 23rd, 2020, times are tough. And it's still an opportunity to imagine bigger, imagine something different. What do you think the new wave what do you think the new wave will be after the quarantine of how professionals serve the client? What do you think you need to get ready for in your business when you get ready to relaunch? Nothing that you lost it'll be easily gotten back. Don't wonder how, just trust and know that you're going to be taken care of, that you'll be provided for. It sounds like Annie Malone and Madam C.J. Walker are one and the same as for the movie. Yeah, same concept, right? The tasks were the same. You went out, you talked to women, you believed in the product. I mean, it showed what women have to go through as far as how men think. Very interesting. Pat McGrath. There we go. African-American billionaire, former makeup artist, self-made. Yes. Pat McGrath. There's just so many cool things happening. And when we focus on, what did it take to get there? That's how you can have your version of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So we look at C.J. Walker, we look at Annie Malone, we look at Pat McGrath, we even look at Kylie Jenner, and we go, wow, what did they do? How were they thinking in order to create these types of results? Because you don't do anything without thinking about it first. Everything you do comes from thoughts. You have to think about the success you seek. I'm cold. And so if you're not thinking about it, then, hello, darlings. Hi. Hello, hi. So anyway, you have to think about the success you seek. Very interesting what Booker T said. What did he say? What did he say? Hi, we'll check out Netflix documentary. Heard lots of good things about it. I know. I think it's really inspiring a lot of people. Yeah, they went up on their price for their book. You know what? I don't really argue if it's price gouging, because it's at the end of the day, that is history, and they put it together in a nice big book, and it's hard copy and all that kind of stuff. It's historical. So it just depends on what you value, right? And how you want to look at it. I don't mind paying $1.99 for what I have now. I love this book because it travels well, but I would love a tabletop version of this, which is well worth $1.99 or whatever. So I think it's just preference. That's the thing about pricing. We talk about this all the time. A lot of people ask pricing questions. What's the best price? And it's like, it's really just you just look at the value of something like that. You don't have to have it, but it is something that is super, super valuable. And that's in the eye of the beholder, right? And so, yeah, we love the price. Do you believe you need help? Can you do it alone first? I think I understand what you're saying. So like basically when you start out, you're by yourself. I think that when you start out, you're by yourself. And then the smart thing to do is be okay with noticing, I don't know that, let me go get the help. I don't know this, let me go get the help. That's what I think is really, really smart. I did a lot of, even you look at somebody like Tim Ferriss. Tim Ferriss is known for all of his, he makes a lot of money and he does a lot of cool things in a lot of different lanes. But he's like, I don't need people. I got a couple, virtual, I think he has 2 virtual assistants, and he makes a ton of money and he does a lot of things for the industry, for entrepreneurs in the self-help industry. But then you have other people. I think it just depends. I think getting help is smart. And there's always a help that you need. Lawyers, accountants, coaches, mentors. I think all of that is amazing and necessary. I would not have gotten anywhere or been able to accomplish any type of, and I don't think I haven't even scratched the surface of things that I want to do. So I'm always going to be leveraging some type of coach, some type of book, some type of resource, some type of tool that can help me be better and more efficient, which is why I recommend you guys getting into products and classes and stuff like that, because that helps you know what you don't know. In the 10K club, we go through the different levels of a business and what does it look like in the validation stage? What should you be doing when you're just starting out? Some of you guys are going to come out of this quarantine and you're going to be starting from ground zero. What does that look like? What should you be focused on? Because there's going to be a lot of ads. I mean, the ads that are following me now, it really looks like a lot of people are copying and pasting and just ads are just all saying the same thing. I'm like, what the heck is going on? But anyway, the thing about it is there's a unique opportunity. There's just such a unique opportunity. Hold on. How much is the 10K Club? 10K Club is $497 lifetime access, and you get weekly coaching. And you guys, we didn't have lessons today. By the way, if you're in the 10K Club, we didn't have a class today. And I'll give you guys the replay for the new date for our meetup. But 10K Club is sick. It's like amazing. So you will learn how to run your business and use the tools like YouTube, Instagram, live streaming, editing your website. There's just so many things in there. Like I can't even. So you get access to a library, but the thing that I love most is that you get access to the weekly coaching that allows you. You get weekly coaching that allows you to, hold on, y'all. This is adorable. This is absolutely adorable. Yeah, weekly coaching so you're not by yourself. Like, if you know you don't know nothing about the internet and you know your business needs to be online, you need to be in the 10K Club. And you know you want to get customers from the internet, and I do it organically. And by the time I get my Facebook ads just right, I'll be teaching my Facebook ad techniques. But right now, it's just like, if you're not making $100,000 to be your minimum, okay? Like, not that maybe you don't want to make 100. I don't know, but I'm just saying up to 100, whatever your number is between 0 and 100, you want to consistently hit that number, then a 10K Club is for you, for sure. Because it's showing you how to take what your business or product or service is and how to build customers, get customers from the internet, leveraging YouTube for sure, using videos for sure, and then also understanding the mindset that it takes, right? Understanding the numbers of your business. Numbers. You know, paying yourself as an employee, right? And making sure that your business has overhead sitting in another account, making sure that you actually make a profit from the business sitting in another account, right? These are things that we discuss. And so you can just keep doing business as usual, or you can say, you know what? I'll never want to be caught in a situation again. And I'm just one of the millions of resources on the internet. And I'll drop the link for you guys. And there's a payment plan. You can do weekly payments. You can do an upfront payment, but the value of that class, I say $997. But what I honestly, that's a $10,000 class, period. Especially for the amount of FaceTime that you get and the access that you get for coaching, but just the content. I teach you how to make videos that will literally send you clients. Even after I'm done, you'll still be getting clients from those videos. Everybody that I've taught how to use YouTube to get customers, they still get customers. And this is 5-10 years later. So that alone is worth it. But then you have the coaching and you have the community. So you can go in there and say, oh my God, I saw somebody go in there and they're like, you guys, I'm struggling this week. You know, this happened in my home, And the people just went in and loved on the person. I'm like, oh, I love this group. It's just an amazing place to be if you know that you want to get with the times, okay? Because some of y'all are just behind the times. Oh, and we're going to go in about how we look because I'm just tired of beauty professionals looking crazy. That's illegal. That is illegal. Stop looking like a busted up, dusted up. Nalula says yes for historical fiction. Hey Nalula, what's up, lover? How are you doing? 65,000 to 120,000. What that mean? What's that number for? What's that number for, Nalula? Anyway, let me drop the link. Yeah, you guys, the link is there and it shows. Oops, I was about to end the live stream. The link is there on Facebook. Let me drop it in YouTube. I'll put it in the description box on YouTube if you're watching the replay. And then on Instagram, it's in my bio. You'll see 10K Club, 10K Beauty Society. But when you click on the link, just get the information and ask questions if you're lost. But it definitely, I've been preaching the same thing forever and ever and ever. And I just don't know. I just think that, what's up, Miss Keys? I just think that it's one of the best things that are out. It's the things that they should have taught you in beauty school, and it is well worth 10 times $497. You can break it up into $47 payments, so you can literally log in for $47, and or you can pay in one swoop. But anyway, the moral of the story is this: you got to look at what these women were able to do, and look at what's your version of this story. How courageous, how aggressive can you get about your business, so that you can see the success that you seek? Does that make sense, you guys? That's the moral of the story here. I see you guys saying dope. I jumped in back in 2017. Yes. Nalula has been a part of this. Lifetime access since 2017. That's cray. Isn't that amazingly awesome? Like, amazingly awesome. So you still get support. You still get to like access to all the content. So your girl been in this thing for a minute. What we should go for in the hair industry. Oh, well, I can't tell nobody what they should make, but I think that, it's very easy. It's easier than the average person thinks to make $100,000. And a lot of you guys are just still wondering, can I, and am I qualified? Shonda, nope, you did not. There was no class this morning. Shonda, who all's in a 10K Beauty Society? Let me see in the comments. Who's in Short Hair Boot Camp? Let me see in the comments. Short Hair Boot Camp is a class where you learn how to do short hair online. And I just teach you Black women short hair. That's what I teach you. Okay. Let me show you guys. Hold on. Let me show you the inside. You guys use this time to ask me anything. You can ask me anything. If you are a beauty professional and you want to just like pick my brain, I want to help you guys. I'm always helping. Let's be clear. I'm always trying to help. And I'll be like, don't bite your tongue. Don't think your question is stupid. Like if you have a question about your business, especially during this time right now, everything that's going on, please don't hesitate. So this is the inside, you guys. So when you log in, you'll get access to these lessons and you can get to assessing your business on where are you and then where do you want to go? Where are you in your business? Okay, on paper, where are you and then where do you want to go? And then I help you map out your business model so that when you're talking to me, we're on the same page and we can find quote unquote problems. We can find them quickly and we can find solutions quickly based on this framework that we use within here. And then you get the facts financially of your business. So you do a financial assessment. How many guys know you need to do a financial assessment on your business like 10 days ago, like 10 months ago? How many guys know that you need to do? Oh, you said on the low end, 55 to 65,000. Yeah, definitely. The beauty industry should definitely give you a standard $60,000 situation. And listen, here's why I say you should think bigger than that is because when you take out taxes, what is $60,000 really? You know what I'm saying? So if you want to make 60, you need to tack on an additional 30 on an average, which was why I say 100. So then you can act like you got 60,000 and you can live really great when you genuinely just bring home $60,000 cash. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So here's the thing. Right. But I get it though. Also, when people are jumping into business, they ignore the numbers part. We go into our emotions about all this stuff. And then we forget that business is numbers. I'm in both. Good. Short Hair Boot Camp. Let me show you guys the inside of that. So what you do is on the 10K a month beauty society, the minimum, I believe I can get you to for sure. Not because I just think and I hope it works. No, like several people, even in their first year work with me, make like $60,000 to $70,000 in their business. And so a lot of people, and they do it with ease. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to be able to find flow and you want to be able to have customers calling you. You want to attract your customers. So we focus on client attraction. We focus on, how do you get these people to find you while you sleeping? Okay. Video marketing is extremely heavy in this. I'm in boot camp. What's up, boot camp members? Short Hair Boot Camp members. Video is super, super important. We do a lot of video and websites. I mean, all the things that the average, not a beauty professional. Yeah, there are coaches and stuff like that in there as well. I mean, it's business in general, but I'm speaking to the beauty people because for some reason I can't stop helping them. Sometimes I want to stop though. I will just be honest with you guys. I'll be like, you know what? Forget it. I'll just talk to people who are not in the beauty industry. So Short Hair Boot Camp, if you're ever wondering, you're watching all my Short Hair Boot Campers, what it actually is, you literally get videos, tons of tutorials where you're learning how to create these looks that, I mean, this style alone, man, all you got to do is learn just a few things. That's all you got to do. Just a few things. You don't need to learn a million different styles. You just need to learn a few things and literally your business will be popping. Some of you guys always ask about Marcel's. I get that question all the time. So I go through and show you Marcel's. So this is, let me see. This is what it looks like on the inside. This is the business classes, the 10K Beauty Society. So you have all these different lessons, and they're short videos, and they're to the point, but it's teaching you, clearly I like furry things, but I'm teaching you these concepts, you guys. And my goal is for you to actually use them and like level up, as they say. Client attraction. I show you the sales and marketing technique that I use that works. I mean, Lisa Nichols uses this technique, you guys. Multi-million-dollar business owner, still uses the basics and it works. So it's just about, are you willing? I love so many things about this class, but anyway, that's what it is. So it's all online, and you can be doing this while you're sitting up in the quarantine. Work on your business every day. Map out what kind of videos you're gonna make. Really go hard. Atlanta, DMV. Man, I watched the last night, the whole series. Florida in the building, Baton Rouge in the building. I watched it 3 times. Brockton. I think it's great because it's the Madam C.J. Walker movie is awesome because it gives you hope. And right now we need a lot of hope. So I'm thinking like, okay, great. I thought when I really looked at it, I was like, it says the story is inspired by Madam C.J. Walker. So it's just inspired by her. So it's not factual. So once I think about that, I'm like, okay, I can stop, tripping about Annie Malone, because Annie Malone is Annie Malone and she is what she is. And so is CJ, and they both get to exist. Los Angeles in the building. Look at what she created in the 1900s. If she can do this in tough times, so can we. We can do whatever we desire. And so the key is having a vision, and the key is not quitting. But I believe you can apply this to any business for sure. It's what everything I teach is what I use even right now. I run an internet company. My business is completely on the internet. Okay. I still use the same factors. So, and it's because I studied business. If I had finished college, it would have been for business, right? So I studied business. I've been trained by some of the best coaches, and they're like multi-million-dollar company running coaches. And it's like, business is actually really, really simple. Los Angeles is here. What's up? It was an inspiration. All of her obstacles. Exactly. And that's the thing. All of the obstacles, she made it. So, moral of the story, I think it's a good watch. I want you guys to watch it and then meet me here. We're just going to discuss the idea and concepts that I have learned from Annie Malone and concepts that we can apply to our businesses. This is not the time to shrink. This is not the time to quit. This is the time to push through. And while you're waiting to get back into the public, hopefully you're self-isolating. While you're waiting, let's look at, what do you do? How can I work on my business so that when I come out the gate, I'm more of a boss than I've ever been. All right. So I love you guys for hanging out. There'll be more videos from me, of course. So make sure you turn on your notifications and subscribe to your girl. Lakeisha Michelle is my name everywhere. Instagram right now, I'm on my Short Hair Bootcamp page. So there's Short Hair Bootcamp, and then there's Lakeisha Michelle on Instagram. Whichever one you prefer, darlings. Until the next time, thank you for watching. Lakeisha Michelle.